you're a product manager, but you don't have full autonomy over what you're building, likely because you work in a really big org and maybe the product owner or product manager role is still a little bit new, so not everyone understands what it is and the expertise and the value that you bring, you're going to want to listen to this advice because it really, really helped me. So we talk a lot about leading with influence, and the truth is with influence is a very, very slow game, and it takes a really long time until your influence can actually drive outcomes quickly. And so the best thing that I found to do is you can't force it. You're not going to be able to force a certain outcome because you need time for people to change their mindsets and for people to see that what you're suggesting and the expertise that you bring is very valuable and is going to lead to really good outcomes for them, right? So this a lot of the time involves taking on more of a trusted advisor role where basically you're, showing the value that can be brought with the certain decisions that you're trying to drive, with the certain outcomes that you're trying to drive. But that doesn't mean that those people are going to believe what you're saying. A lot of the time they're going to end up doing the thing that you're not advising them to do. And you actually have to just let them do that. And later what you can do is just kind of monitor through data whether things are actually working. And then once you have the data to, show, hey, actually the alternative way would have been a better idea, then you can show that data and kind of retrospectively show them that, the approach that you had suggested before would have been a really good one for X, Y, and Z. So it's not the I told you so attitude. That is absolutely not what it is. You should never do that, but just gently show people how an alternative route that you were suggesting would have potentially been a better one through data and through any kind of, basically objective information that you can provide and bring to the table. So it's really painful because a lot of the time you have to watch things, be done a different way that you don't think is the best way. And a lot of the time you'll see that things don't work out. And it's really frustrating to see that, right? But I think that's kind of the value, or that's the unfortunate truth about leading with influence, is you're not going to immediately get that, trust and that respect, and people are not going to immediately fall into line just because you say something. So through time, you prove that, your suggestions had merit. And I think that's kind of, the reality for a lot of product managers and a lot of product owners. We don't make all the decisions. A lot of the time, people who are higher up in the org make those decisions. And the best that we can do is provide them with the information and the data to drive the best outcomes. And, it's more of a trusted advisor role. And over time, you gain the respect and the trust to be able to actually call the shots and deliver those outcomes. So yeah, this is something that has really helped me as a product manager, something that I'm trying to implement over the next, few months of my position is just, slowly try and advise and bring the data, bring the arguments forward, ask the right questions, uncover the business cases. But a lot of the time it's not going to turn out how you want it to, and that's okay. Focus on the long run. I think that's the biggest value that a product manager can bring, is focus on the long run. It's better for your mental health. You cannot shove a round pin into a square peg. You just cannot. So hope this helps fellow product managers.